Good morning. How are you? Hey, I have had requests to demonstrate my P90 Plus machine just for you guys. So that is what I'm going to do right now, and I am so excited about this machine. Oh my gosh, y'all. I use it so much, and it comes with the attachments with the claw. This is what we call the claw. Good for muscles, neck. Oh my gosh, even my scalp especially. Shoulders. Have a bum ankle, use it on the bum ankle. And it also comes with what they call the frost skin device that you use. So this is something that isn't talked about very much, and I don't use mine very much, but some people will really want to. But it has like a cordless remote control that you can use also. So the first thing that you want to do, I am going to turn this around and see if I can angle it down enough and get my dirty clothes out of there, out of the view. So one of the first things that you want to do is turn it on. And once it turns on, you can see this light, whoops, right there lights up. It's still, the electricity is on to it. We're connected, but the machine is not ready to work with the PEMFs and the terahertz. Yeah. If you have not cleaned your device, the way that we clean it is I take thieves cleaner, spray my paper towel, and then I just clean the foot pads off. And of course, I take a swipe across the rest of it too. And I'll take another paper towel, and then, or you can use, cotton cloth, whatever it is that is your favorite thing, and then I just dry the plates off. If you're just wanting to do a P90 Plus, the PEMF terahertz session, I'm not going to get it in the floor with my feet, but I can show you, is I would put my feet on these plates. You will turn the on button on, and you will hear her speech. But if you don't want to hear her speech, you hit the little microphone voice off and turn her voice off. If you leave your hands or your feet off these plates for 3 or 4 seconds, then it will start it all over. It will cut it off. It keeps us from getting like static electricity charged. This is where it's either an up or a down, and it's very easy. One points to the right, one points to the left. We'll go down or we'll go up, and then the timer starts. And maybe as you can see there, the little body, it just flashes on and off as it pulses through your body. You do not, when you have your hands on here, if you're doing the hands or the feet, you do not want to lay your hands down. If you lay your hands down and touch the back where the heels are here with the plastic and the metal at the same time, then you will get a little, a little zing. You don't put your knees together. It says right here, no knees, but see how it has the safety thing when I take my hand or my feet off? Do not cross over because you'll get a zing. Do not put your knees together or you will get a zing. You just sit down. Keep your hands relaxed off to the side. You can touch your knees, put them, but I basically like to leave them off the side. When it comes time for you to decide which device that you want attached to this, I don't want to pull it off in the floor. What you see here, this is very important. Let me see if it will. There are 3 little needles in there, and you will line the little needles up. Let me make sure that you can see this with the 3 little holes. And you're not going to press hard, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to feel them fall into the slot. Let me do that again. fall into the slot there. And you have a little tap here that you're going to screw this down. I kind of like to hold it. Screw this down until that tap gets tight. Once it gets tight, you know that you're all connected. The needles will not bend now that this is in there tight and lined up correctly. The beauty of this is when you have your device hooked up with the machine. Let me turn this back for a minute. When you have your device hooked up with the machine, what you will see on this machine is a green light here at the bottom. That means that you can use your devices at any time as long as the machine's turned on. You don't have to have your feet on the plate. You don't have to be doing a session with your feet on the plate. You can just be sitting there. These devices have to be plugged into the machine. You have the green light, which means go, and you can use your device. Now, this is what we call the claw. This is for the muscles and any sore spots that you may have on the body. And we have 4 selections. It is a long press on. We have our frequencies. We have our red light therapy. We have our temperature. It has 1, 2, 3 settings of temp. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings of frequency, electromagnetic frequencies. And then we have 1, 2, 3 of vibration. I am one of those that I usually select every option that I can possibly get on this. And most of the time, the temperature for me on a setting of 1 is usually enough heat for what I need it for. So then you can decide how much vibration do you want. If you have any kind of joint issues or arm issues, hand issues, sore thumbs from doing lots of raindrops or massages, or typing, we call it typing or keyboard work, and it's long hold to turn off. Okay. I'm going to turn the machine off. I am going to take, can you see this? I'm going to take the wand or accessory off. And let me just rephrase. Let me repeat this. You can do this with or without doing a session with your feet on the plates. You can just use machine. Again, is that going to clear up for us? Boop, boop. Well, sorry about that. I don't know why it's not focusing on that. But anyway, you can see the prongs. You line the prongs up with the 3 holes. Make sure that you can see this. If they're not lined up right, you won't drop down. But you can see that it drops down a little bit. And then we screw the tap till it's tight, just finger tight. As we turn the machine back on, this is so graceful. As we turn the machine back on, you can see that green light come on. Now, at this point in time, I have not pressed this button here for the plates to turn on. It's already green, so we can use the Frost Facial. The Frost Facial has options, and it is a long hold turn on also. Then you get to choose here whether you want to do EMS, which is electromagnetic pulsations, or whether you want to do the RF or the radio frequency. You'll read up on this on the testimonial page or on the business page or even on the, what is it? There's another group that will give you the name for. that'll give you more details on how this works. So radio frequency is supposed to be more for pores, and then the magnetic frequency, the electromagnetic frequency, is supposed to be more for toning and for the appearance of more firm skin. So you can get gels through Oly Life when you get your machine, or you can use your own hyaluronic acid. A lot of us with Young Living will use our creams. We will use gels, even like massage gels. If we use our creams and things, I'm going to give you a little hint. If you have a little water spritzer, if you want to put your gel or your lotion on here, just barely spritz your water on your face for you to get the little electromagnetic stimulation that you can feel. Now this thing is working even if you don't hear the electromagnetic stimulation. It's like you don't, on dry skin, you don't get the zing. You don't get the tingles or the little shocks from it. But if you even use it on dry skin, you're getting benefit. And if you get it like near your ears, you can, and as you move it, you can still hear the electromagnetic frequencies working in this, even if you don't have the gels. The reason why the gels work so good is because they have some water content in them, and you don't spray water directly on this. You would just barely mist your face, barely get one of the fine misters on top of your lotion or your gel that you can apply there, and you can apply your gel on here and then use it. It looks kind of like a sonogram, what the sonogram machines, you know, when they look for the babies, the sonogram devices that they used to have, but this way that you are getting the electromagnetic frequencies there. Two choices on that. I've shown you how to clean it, and then also between uses, like if you're demoing this machine or if you've got people lined up to use the machine, you need to give it time for these plates that you put your feet on to cool off. I have had people lined up back to back to back, and I let mine cool off maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's best for the machine if you can, like, if you do a 20-minute session, let it cool off 20 minutes. It is variable. I make exceptions sometimes if there's, like I said, lots of people that are lined up to use the machine. So sometimes I only let it cool off like 5 to 7 to 10 minutes and then let somebody else use it. So use your judgment on that. You will select when you have your feet on here and you are trying to make a decision. The general rule of thumb is to always start low and slow. Now, that's for people that maybe you don't really know who's going to be sensitive. You don't know who's going to be very responsive to the frequencies. So low and slow. But here's the general rule. The general rule is higher frequencies in the morning. This machine goes from 1 all the way to 20. 5 is very much so grounding because you've got more equal PEMF and terahertz frequencies. So each person, there are people that stay on this machine at a 1 or a 2 for months and months and months at a time, and they're still getting to feel the responses with this or the results with this. There are some days that I just feel like I need more, and that's what you listen to. I just need more some mornings. And then also something else that I want to put out there is, like, in the middle of the day, if you feel like you're just absolutely ran out of energy and you need, you've got so much to do this afternoon, and I do a boost. I don't even do a whole session. Sometimes I will get on the machine and turn it on a higher setting for maybe 5 minutes or a higher setting for maybe 10 minutes. You don't want to be uncomfortable on the machine. Anytime that it gets, you're going to feel heat rising. And if it gets too warm or what I call uncomfortable, turn that baby back down. Just keep clicking back down, 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 down until you get comfortable. You want to drink lots of water, because basically what it's doing, if your body is out of balance, then you're storing like acids and toxins and lymphatic things that need to be moved out of the body. So you definitely want to drink plenty of water before, plenty of water after a session. You want to drink plenty of water all day long to help that lymph system to flush out any of the impurities that you have stored in your system. So that's the end of the demo. And then again, you know, here we go again. Spritz my paper towel or cloth, wipe it down, dry it off. I do not spritz directly onto the machine though. Don't do that. I do cloth, wipe, done. Maybe even a dry cloth over it afterwards. So if you have any questions, just post the questions or ask the person that sent this video to you. There's answers all in these groups. I know sometimes it's hard to find. There's so much in the groups, but it's hard to find. But be sure and just ask if you don't know, and we will help you as much as we can.